Oh, good afternoon, evening, whatever the hell it is. I came across a news story that has sparked my ear, if you will. Um, as of January 1st, Georgia has enacted a law about sex offenders. Now, I'm going to preface all this by saying that I am absolutely fundamentally opposed to sex offenders, having as many rights as the average individual. I think that they don't deserve certain rights. They're just wrong. Okay. However, once a person has served their time in jail, we have to, eventually have to, get off of this and say, hey, they've served their time. It's time to let them go until they actually have committed another crime. Nobody wants kids hurt. I get that. I understand it. I'd kill some bastard if he touched my kids. But Georgia's taking it to a whole new level, a level that I'm not even remotely comfortable with. I have issues with the state dictating to sex offenders where they can live, where they can work. I mean, work, yeah, you can't work with kids, obviously, but saying you can't work within X number of feet of, a school or whatever, or live within X number of feet. People have to live where they can live. Not everybody has the option just to go live where they want to live, and a lot of times once people find out someone's a sex offender, they won't rent to them anyway. So, they're already having issues with that. So, here's what Georgia's done that I'm just disgusted with. They are saying now that all sex offenders have to register their screen names and passwords to any online server they use. That includes all of their banking information. We're not just talking social websites or anything. We're talking all. Banking, everything. So, where do we stop? When do we say, okay, we're invading people's privacy? And what about the vindictive little bitch in the registration office whose uncle probably molested her when she was a kid, and she's got it out for every man who's a convicted sex offender. So she takes and rips off his banking information and sells it to somebody who rips off his account. Where do we stop? And then you've got the guys like this guy. I know I'm not going to mention his name, but he's a registered sex offender. And what did he do when he was 17 years old? He had sex with a girl who wasn't 16. And he had to register as a sex offender. It was completely consensual, but he still has to register as a sex offender. Where do we stop? Where do we put the limits? Where do we say, okay, enough is enough? I think we're beyond that point. I think we need to back the truck up and say, okay, enough is a fuck enough. But I digress. My other issue, South Carolina. South Carolina has enacted a law that says that you have to have one of the ignition locks placed on your car if you've been convicted of drunk driving. What that means is before you start your car, you have to blow and make sure that you don't register, any alcohol on your breath. All right, that's all well and good. Again, I'm opposed to drunk drivers, and my issue is not with the state making them do that. I think it's a great idea. The question I have, and hopefully someone out there can answer this for me, what's stopping them from getting someone else to blow for them and then them still driving? Yeah, I'm just curious about that. So if anybody has an answer to that question, please comment me back and let me know. Anyway, I guess that's my rant for today. Not a very long one, I know, but, I was a little pissed about it, so I figured I would say something. Alright, peace out.